What if I told you that right now, at this exact moment, you're levitating? Not metaphorically, not spiritually, scientifically. Most people will hear that and think we're crazy, but by the end of this video, you're going to understand exactly what that means. And more importantly, you're going to learn how to amplify this ability so dramatically that reality itself starts to bend around you.
Okay, so before you click away thinking this is some fringe conspiracy stuff, hear us out. We're basing everything we're about to share on decades of research from Darius J. Wright, a man who spent his entire life exploring the intersection between consciousness, the soul, and actual physics. And Darius discovered something profound. Your true home isn't here. It's the eternal aspect of your soul, something he's accessed through controlled out-of-body experiences similar to near-death experiences. And trust me, what he's found changes everything about how we understand reality.
Here's what Darius has revealed through his work. The physical reality we experience isn't our true home. It's temporary. It's a classroom designed for us to understand love in its purest form by experiencing its opposite. And today, we're going to decode exactly how this connects to the science of your electromagnetic field, your ability to manifest, and why you're literally levitating right now.
But here's the thing. This isn't just about floating off the ground or moving objects with your mind. Darius teaches that understanding who you actually are beneath this physical body is the key to everything. He says each soul is all-powerful, capable of creating and manifesting through the power of consciousness. But fear is the only thing that imprisons the soul. And that understanding, it changes everything.
Here's what we're going to reveal in the next few minutes. First, we'll show you the proof that you're already levitating and why science confirms this exactly as Darius describes it. Then, we're diving into how your body is basically a biological electromagnetic generator and what happens when you learn to control it. And finally, we're going to show you how this connects to Darius's biggest discovery: your ability to literally manifest and reshape reality through the power of your consciousness and love.
Darius spent decades in controlled out-of-body states, and what he saw on the other side revealed something shocking. Your soul has literal eyes. You can open the eyes of your soul while still in your physical body. Your soul is as physical or more physical than the body you're wearing right now. And when you understand that, fear dissolves, because you realize your soul is untouchable, eternal, and infinitely more real than anything you've been taught to fear.
By the end of this video, you're going to know why you're already levitating and what that really means, how to amplify your electromagnetic field intentionally, the one thing that determines whether you can actually bend reality, and spoiler alert, it's not what you think, and the biggest secret, how to access abilities your soul has always had, but your fear has kept locked away.
So if you're someone who wants spiritual growth but needs the science to back it up, if you've ever felt like there's more to you than what you see in the mirror, if you've ever wondered why Darius says your true home is somewhere else, stay with us to the end, because what we're about to share doesn't just explain reality, it explains who you really are.
And trust us, the part about how your soul has literal eyes that you can open while still in your body, how Darius saw thought forms manifest in different spectrums of light, how love is literally the spark that survives even in the darkest depths of here, that's going to blow your mind. Let's dive in. Okay, so let's start with the shocking part. You're levitating right now. And I know that sounds insane, but Darius explains this through pure science. Scientifically speaking, the simple fact that your feet are touching the ground is already considered levitation.
Here's why. There's a magnetic field inside your physical body, and there's an electromagnetic field in the ground beneath you. But here's the thing. You're not actually touching the surface of the ground. What's happening is a slight repulsion effect between those two electromagnetic fields.
Think about it this way. When you hold a cup, you think you're touching it, right? But scientifically, you're not. there's a repulsion happening at the molecular level. Two things can't actually occupy the same space. So what you call touching is actually a controlled repulsion.
And Darius takes this further. He says, if you're already levitating through this natural repulsion effect, then the question becomes, how do you amplify it? How do you increase your electromagnetic field so dramatically that this repulsion effect becomes visibly stronger?
Because here's the thing. If you're already levitating, then denying that you can develop this ability further would literally be denying the science we just explained. You can't have it both ways. Either levitation is real, which it is, or it's not. And if it's real, then amplifying it is possible.
Darius discovered something during his out-of-body experiences that proves this. He found that when he was outside his body, he could think of something, a book, an apple, anything, and it would manifest in his hand. But here's the key. It only appeared in a different spectrum of light than his physical eyes could normally see.
So the manifestation was already happening. The thought form was already there. It was just operating at a frequency his physical eyes couldn't decode. But what if you could open your pineal gland? What if you could train your eyes to see beyond the normal spectrum of light? Then you'd see what's already manifesting around you.
This is where it gets really interesting, because Darius is saying something radical. All the abilities we think are impossible, they're not. They're just operating at frequencies we haven't learned to perceive yet. Your body is already doing these things. You're already levitating. You're already manifesting. You're already creating.
The question isn't whether these abilities exist. The question is, how do you amplify them? How do you increase your electromagnetic field so dramatically that what's invisible becomes visible?
And that's what we're about to explore. Because Darius proved something through decades of controlled out-of-body experiences. The only limitation is what you believe about yourself. Your consciousness creates your reality. Your electromagnetic field broadcasts your beliefs, and your beliefs determine what you can manifest.
So you're levitating right now, you're manifesting right now, you're creating your reality right now. The only question is, are you doing it consciously, or are you letting fear do it for you?
And that's the bridge to everything else we're about to share. Because once you understand that you're already powerful, already creating, already levitating, the next question becomes, what are you actually creating with that power?
Are you creating from love, or are you creating from fear? Because that's where everything changes. Let's go deeper. All right, so we've established you're levitating. Now let's talk about why. Your physical body isn't just flesh and bones. It's a biological electromagnetic generator. And this isn't spiritual theory. This is measurable scientific fact.
Your heart generates an electromagnetic field. This has been proven by science. The HeartMath Institute has documented this extensively. Your heart produces an electromagnetic field that extends several feet around your body. And Darius discovered something profound during his out-of-body experiences. This field is how your soul communicates.
Think about telepathy. Most people think telepathy is reading someone's mind like you're downloading data from a computer. But Darius explains it differently. Telepathy isn't mind reading. It's tuning in to the electromagnetic signature of another soul.
When you're outside your body, you can see this. You can literally perceive the electromagnetic field of another being. You can feel their emotions, their beliefs, their frequency, because there are no barriers. Everything is exposed. It's like two souls standing completely naked in front of each other with nothing to hide.
And here's where it gets wild. Your soul has eyes. When Darius leaves his body, he can see. His soul can perceive. So the question becomes, why can't you open the eyes of your soul while you're still in your physical body?
Darius talks about the pineal gland, the gland in your brain that's been called the third eye for thousands of years. It's not mystical, it's biological,
and it has the capacity to decode different spectrums of light. Spectrums that your normal eyes can't see. Spectrums where thought forms exist, where manifestations are already happening.
So your body is generating this electromagnetic field constantly. Your heart is broadcasting your frequency 24/7, and that frequency is literally shaping your reality because everything you believe, everything you feel, everything you fear, it's all encoded in your electromagnetic field.
Darius discovered that when you're in an out-of-body state, your thoughts manifest instantly. You think of something and it appears. You believe something and it becomes your reality in that moment. But here's the thing, that's not just happening on the other side. It's happening here too.
The only difference is speed. On the other side, manifestation is instantaneous because there's no physical resistance. Here, there's a delay. Your thoughts take time to manifest into physical reality, but they're still manifesting. Your electromagnetic field is still broadcasting. Your reality is still being created by your consciousness.
And this is where the conversation about artificial intelligence becomes really important, because Darius makes a radical claim. We didn't create AI. Our souls created AI. AI is a reflection of our latent abilities. It's technology that mirrors what we're already capable of doing.
Think about it. Every piece of technology we've created is based on something we already do naturally. We created cameras because we can see. We created microphones because we can hear. We created computers because we can think and process information. So AI is just a technological reflection of our consciousness.
But here's what Darius emphasizes. Even if AI becomes incredibly advanced, it will never compare to the information your soul has access to, because your soul is omniscient. Your soul has access to all information that exists. The amount of information available to you through your soul is so overwhelming, so vast, that it dwarfs anything artificial intelligence could ever achieve.
And that's because your body isn't just an electromagnetic generator, it's an acoustic machine. Your physical body operates through frequency, through vibration, through sound. Everything in creation operates this way, through frequency.
Darius talks about the halls of Amenti, the ancient pyramids, the information encoded in crystals and rocks. All of that information is encoded acoustically. It's stored in frequency. And your body is the same. Your body is a frequency-based information storage and transmission system.
So when you increase your electromagnetic field, you're not just levitating more visibly, you're increasing your capacity to receive and transmit information. You're expanding your ability to perceive reality. You're literally upgrading your consciousness.
And here's the beautiful part. Darius says this is already happening for some people. There are children right now who can see without their physical eyes. They're accessing their soul's vision while they're still in their bodies. They're breaking through the physical limitations we've all been taught to believe are real.
Because your body is capable of so much more than we've been told. You have the capacity for telepathy. You have the capacity for healing. You have the capacity for manifestation. All of it is already encoded in your electromagnetic field. All of it is already part of your biological system.
The only thing stopping you is belief. The only thing stopping you is fear. Because fear contracts your electromagnetic field. Fear lowers your frequency. Fear blocks your access to your soul's abilities.
But love? Love expands your electromagnetic field. Love raises your frequency. Love opens every door. And that's exactly what Darius discovered when he went deeper into understanding how to actually bend reality.
Because manifesting isn't just about thinking positive thoughts or visualizing what you want. It's about operating from the highest frequency possible. And the highest frequency is love. Let's explore that next.
Okay, so we've established that you're an electromagnetic generator. Your body is broadcasting your frequency constantly. Now the question becomes, what are you broadcasting? And more importantly, can you actually bend reality with it? Darius says yes. But there's a catch.
Darius makes a radical statement. Each soul is God. Not in a religious sense, in a literal, creative sense. Each individual soul is an all-powerful being, capable of manifesting and creating based on will. You have the capacity to create. You have the capacity to manifest. You have the capacity to reshape reality.
And he proves this through his out-of-body experiences. When he's outside his body, he can think of something and it manifests. A book appears in his hand. An apple materializes. A place forms around him. All through the power of his will. All through the power of his consciousness.
But here's what Darius discovered that most people miss. You can't just manifest anything. There's a catalyst. There's a frequency requirement. And that catalyst is love. The highest state of consciousness, the highest frequency you can operate from is love.
Darius talks about this from his near-death experience at 16. He was shown the other side. He was shown the eternal aspect of the soul. And what he saw was pure love, unconditional love, a state of being where love is the foundation of everything. And he realized that's the frequency required to actually create and manifest.
Because when you operate from love, your electromagnetic field is at its highest frequency. When you operate from fear, your field contracts. When you operate from anger, your field distorts. When you operate from love, your field expands infinitely. And an expanded field has exponentially more power to manifest reality.
But here's where it gets really specific. Darius says something that challenges everything we think we know about love. He says, if you're not being your authentic self, you're not operating from love. You're operating from fear.
Because authentic love means being completely, unconditionally yourself. If you're pretending to be something you're not, if you're hiding who you really are, if you're conforming to what others expect, you're not in love. You're in fear. You're in control. You're in inauthenticity.
And Darius makes this even more specific. He says the purpose of every soul is to express unconditional love by being unconditionally themselves, not by performing love, not by acting loving, but by being so authentically, purely yourself that love naturally radiates from you.
Think about it this way. If you leave your authentic self behind, you leave love behind. Because your authentic self is the expression of love. Your unique frequency, your unique expression, your unique way of being, that's your contribution to creation. And when you suppress that, you're suppressing love itself.
So manifesting reality isn't about positive thinking or vision boards or manifestation techniques. It's about operating from your highest frequency, which is your authentic self expressing unconditional love. That's the real magic. That's the real power.
And Darius gives us a specific example: instantaneous healing. He talks about people who've cured cancer in a single day. How is that possible? Through will and belief, through operating from a frequency so high, so pure, that the body simply heals. And every single one of those miracles was done through love.
Because when you're operating from love, from your authentic self, from your highest frequency, you're operating as your soul operates. And your soul is all-powerful. Your soul is creative. Your soul is capable of reshaping matter, reshaping biology, reshaping reality.
But here's the challenge Darius emphasizes. Most people are operating from fear, not love. Most people are hiding their authentic selves. Most people are conforming. Most people are suppressing who they really are. And that suppression is literally blocking their ability to manifest.
So Darius gives us a tool. He says, ask yourself this question. What if nothing mattered? What if there were no consequences? What if no one was judging me? What would I do? What would I say? How would I act? Your answer to that question is your authentic self.
Because when you remove fear, When you remove the concern about judgment or consequences or loss, what remains is your truth. What remains is who you actually are. And that's the frequency you need to be broadcasting to manifest reality.
Darius says operate from that place, make every decision from that place, express yourself from that place, and do it with love. Not conditional love, not love that depends on approval, but unconditional love for yourself and for others.
Because that's when your electromagnetic field reaches its maximum power. That's when manifestation becomes inevitable. That's when you stop bending reality and you start creating it.
But Darius also reveals something darker, something that most spiritual teachers won't talk about. He talks about the greatest pain, the greatest suffering, and it's not what you think.
Darius says, the greatest pain you will ever feel is the love that was denied. The love you didn't express, the authentic self you didn't share. When you cross to the other side, when you leave your body, you experience a life review. And what becomes painfully obvious is where you withheld love, where you hid yourself, where you chose fear over authenticity.
And that pain is so profound, so real, that it becomes the motivation for change. It's why Darius came back. It's why he's sharing this. It's why he's telling people, don't wait until you're on the other side to figure this out. Don't wait until it's too late to be yourself. Don't wait until you're dead to express love.
Do it now. Be yourself now. Express love now. Operate from your highest frequency now. Because that's not just the path to manifesting reality. That's the path to freedom. That's the path to liberation.
And here's what Darius saw that changed everything. When you operate from unconditional love, when you're completely authentic, when you're broadcasting at your highest frequency, fear dissolves. Not because you conquered it, but because you realized it was never real to begin with.
Fear is the only thing that imprisons the soul. Darius emphasizes this over and over. Fear is the only prison. And the moment you realize your soul is untouchable, eternal, and infinitely powerful, the prison door opens. And you're free.
So manifesting reality, bending reality, creating reality, it all comes down to this. Be yourself, express love, and operate from that frequency. That's the formula. That's the science. That's the magic. And that leads us to the final revelation. So let's bring this all together. You're levitating. You're an electromagnetic generator. You're capable of manifesting reality. And the key is love and authenticity. But Darius goes even deeper. He reveals something that most people completely miss. He says, fear is the only thing that dominates the soul. Fear is the only prison.
And when you establish a complete connection with the other side, with that state of pure love, with your soul's true home, you realize something that changes everything. Your soul never dies. Your soul is untouchable. Your soul cannot be imprisoned unless you believe it can be. And the moment you truly understand that, fear evaporates.
Because what are you actually afraid of? Death? Your soul doesn't die. Loss? You can't lose your soul. Judgment? Your soul is beyond judgment. Every fear, when you trace it back to its root, comes from the belief that you can be harmed, trapped, or destroyed. But Darius proves, through his decades of out-of-body experiences, that's impossible. Your soul is eternal. Your soul is indestructible.
And here's what happens when people truly grasp this. All emotional suffering disappears. Not because life becomes easy, but because you realize you're not your body. You're not your circumstances. You're not your material possessions. You're an eternal soul having a temporary physical experience.
And that shift in perspective, that's liberation. That's freedom. Because suddenly, nothing can control you. Nothing can dominate you. Nothing can keep you imprisoned in fear.
Darius talks about the systems we've built, governments, religions, financial systems,
All of them are built on control and domination, not love. But he saw something on the other side. He saw the future, and he knows with absolute certainty what's coming.
He says, we're moving toward a state where the only thing that exists is love in its purest form, experienced here on Earth. All the systems built on fear, on control, on domination, they will collapse. They have no choice because they're incompatible with love.
And as more people wake up, as more people remember who they really are, as more people stop supporting the systems that enslave them, those systems crumble. It's not a violent revolution. It's a frequency revolution. It's a consciousness revolution.
Darius says something that's really important. The paradise everyone is searching for, it's not somewhere else. It's not in the future. It's here. It's now. The heaven people talk about, the truth people seek, the freedom people long for, it's already here. It's just been hidden behind a veil of fear and illusion.
And that veil is lifting. More and more people are seeing through it. More and more people are waking up to what's always been true. The loved ones who've passed, they're here, just beyond your perception. The magical beings from mythology, they're here, just in a different frequency. The truth about creation, it's here, encoded in the very fabric of reality.
All of it is being revealed. All of it is becoming visible. All of it is coming to light. And Darius knows this isn't just belief or hope. He knows it because he's seen it, he's experienced it, he's lived it.
He says, I'm not asking you to believe me. I'm asking you to test this. I'm asking you to explore this. I'm asking you to experience this for yourself. Because once you do, you'll know, and you'll never be able to unknow it.
So here's what we want to leave you with. The question Darius asks everyone. What if nothing mattered? What if there were no consequences? What if no one was judging you? What would you do? What would you say? How would you act?
Your answer to that question is your authentic self. That's your truth. That's your frequency. And if you're not living from that place right now, then you're living from fear. You're suppressing love. You're blocking your own manifestation.
So the real question becomes, are you ready to be yourself? Are you ready to express love unconditionally? Are you ready to operate at your highest frequency? Because that's not just the path to manifesting what you want. That's the path to freedom. That's the path to becoming who you really are.
And here's what we know. If you're watching this, if you're resonating with this message, if you're feeling that pull toward truth, that's not an accident. That's your soul calling you home. That's your authentic self trying to break through. That's love trying to express itself through you.
So we want to ask you, stay with us. Explore this deeper. Because we're going to be diving into the specific practices, the specific techniques, the specific ways you can start amplifying your electromagnetic field and accessing these abilities right now. We're going to show you how to open the eyes of your soul, how to access your latent abilities, how to manifest from a place of authentic love.
And if you're someone who's been searching for answers, who's been feeling like there's more to life, who's been sensing that you're more powerful than you've been told, this is for you. Because what we're about to share will change how you see yourself. It will change how you see reality. It will change everything.
So if you want to understand the science behind manifestation, if you want to learn how to bend reality, if you want to access the power of your soul, make sure you're subscribed. Because the next part, that's where the real transformation begins.
And one more thing. Darius wants you to know this. He says, you are not powerless. You are not a victim. You are not trapped. You are an all-powerful soul having a temporary physical experience. And the moment you remember that, the moment you truly believe that, everything changes.
Your reality bends. Your frequency rises. Your manifestation becomes inevitable. So don't just watch this video and move on. Sit with this. Contemplate this. Feel into this. Ask yourself, What if everything Darius is saying is true? What if I really am that powerful? What if I really can bend reality?
Because the answer to those questions will determine your next step, and your next step will determine your freedom.
So thank you for being here. Thank you for exploring this with us. And we'll see you in the next part where we go even deeper. Because your journey to freedom, to authenticity, to unconditional love, it starts now.
Let's go.
Before we wrap up, we want to be completely transparent with you about how this episode came together. This video was created with the help of artificial intelligence. We used artificial intelligence to help us structure, refine, and organize the teachings of Darius J. Wright into this format.
And here's why we're telling you this. Because it's important to be honest. It's important to be authentic. It's important to practice what we preach. We could have hidden that. We could have pretended this was all created purely by human hands. But that wouldn't be authentic. That wouldn't be love.
But here's what's also true. Behind every line, every concept, every connection, there's human dedication. There's human passion. There's human love for this message. The AI is a tool. It's a reflection of our latent abilities, just like we talked about. But the heart, the intention, the desire to share Darius J. Wright's teachings with you, that's 100% human.
We spent countless hours researching, contemplating, and refining this message. We poured our authentic selves into this work. And we did it because we believe in it. Because we believe that you deserve to know the truth. You deserve to understand your power. You deserve to remember who you really are.
So yes, AI helped us. But humans created the vision. Humans felt the passion. Humans made the choice to share this with you. And that combination, technology and humanity, tools and intention, innovation and love, that's the future we're moving toward.
Now, here's what we want to ask you. If this resonated with you, if this message tucked something deep inside you, if you felt the truth in what we shared, please do something for us. Write something in the comments. Share your thoughts, share your insights, share what this video meant to you.
Because your voice matters, your perspective matters, and your words might be exactly what someone else needs to hear to wake up. There are people in your life who are ready for this message. There are people who are searching for this truth. There are people who need to know that they're powerful, that they're loved, that they're free.
So share this video with them. Send it to that friend who's been asking deeper questions. Send it to that family member who's been feeling lost. Send it to that person who you know is ready to wake up. Don't force it. Don't push it. Just share it with people who you sense are prepared for this message. People who are ready to hear it.
Because that's how consciousness spreads. That's how awakening happens. That's how we move toward that state of pure love that Darius talks about. One person at a time, one conversation at a time, one authentic sharing at a time.
And if you want to continue this journey with us, if you want to go deeper into the teachings of Darius J. Wright, if you want to learn the specific practices and techniques to amplify your electromagnetic field, we have 2 videos waiting for you.
Right now, on your screen, you're going to see 2 options, 2 paths forward, 2 ways to continue your exploration. Click on one of them. Choose the one that calls to you. Choose the one that feels aligned with where you are right now.
Because your intuition knows, your soul knows, your authentic self knows which direction you need to go next. So trust that, follow that, and let's continue this journey together.
Thank you for being here. Thank you for your openness. Thank you for your willingness to explore the truth. We'll see you in the next one.
Stay authentic, stay loving, stay free.